What's up, everyone? It's Hilton here with Yellow Sky Actions, and today I'm going to be doing a video tutorial, or should I say tonight? Tonight I'm going to be doing a video tutorial on how to use our brush actions within our big bundle set for CS3-5. And today I'm going to be using this image for that. I've had a lot of people ask me, especially the ones that receive our free actions, our 4 free actions on our Facebook wall. They ask me, or they say, when I run the dodge it, burn it, it doesn't work. And I'm going to show you the reason why. That's why I'm going to start with dodge it, burn it, and go down the list. Alright, so first we're going to run dodge it, burn it. And the reason why you guys think that it doesn't work is because these actions are inverted, meaning they have a black mask, which means you have to brush the action on to use it. So we're going to use dodge it first, and whenever there's a black mask, you want to make sure that the foreground is white. Make sure the brush is selected, and we're going to do this at brush opacity at 20%. Alright, here we go. We're just going to brighten this up. Alright. Okay, so that's dodge it, burn it. Now the next step, I'm going to show you how to use burn it. And what we're going to do is, we're just going to burn or darken. Burn means darken, dodge means lighten. We're going to darken these areas, these dark areas right here, to make this image really more dimensional and pop out. So again, we're going to do it at around 20%. I'd say 15. Just showing you what they can do. Maybe a little too dramatic, but I want to show you. A little too much. And you can adjust your hardness. Let's take it down to 0 so it's less harsh. We'll even burn the area back here. Alright, perfect. So here's the before, the burn it, and the after. Before the dodge it, and the after. Pretty cool, huh? Now, if you want to brush off the dodge it, all you got to do is go to this foreground, click on black. So black brushes off, and white brushes on whenever you have a black mask. I know it can get confusing, and sometimes I feel like I'm dyslexic. But that's how it works. So whenever there's a black mask, the white brushes on, the black brushes off. So we're going to brush off what I just showed you. And I'll be real quick and do it at 50% so you can see a difference. There it goes. Brushing it off. Alright. Now if I want to brush it back on, just click on white and brush it back on. Easy peasy, guys. And it's the same way for the burn it. Whenever you want to brush it off, easy, just like that. Alright, so and this concept is the same for all of our brush actions within the essential set, but I'm still going to go through them to show you what they can do and so forth. Alright, so once we've done that, we're going to run another brush action called Bring On the Blues. Okay, even though there's no blues in here, and they're typically, it's better for the blues. I'm just going to do it since she has blue eyes. I'm going to show you what they can do. Alright, zooming in. So we're going to we're going to make sure that this mask is selected, make sure the white foreground, we're going to take it up. Let's just keep it at 65% because I'm going to show you what this can do. Here we go. And it really makes it more, the blue's more contrasty, and it makes it pop even more. And here's the before. That's after. Sorry. Before, after. Look at that. Can you imagine what that would do to the sky? Crazy, huh? All right. And if you can go into the dodge it and really use, you know, it's endless. It really is. Crazy. And if you want it to be even more blue, duplicate it, and there you go. It's even more blue. And then if this is too much for me, I can just drop down. And if this is too confusing, guys, I mean, for first timers, I know it can be, and it'll be overwhelming. So I'm going to keep it simple. All right. So once I've done that, I'm going to show you how to do another action called Eat Your Greens action brush within the essential set. All right. Same thing, same concept. Black mask, white foreground. Let me just show you what this action can do on this green grass back here. All right. Let's do it at 50%. I mean, look how vibrant those greens get. Eat your greens. Bam. Gotta love it. I love vibrant colors. I'm addicted to them. I mean, look at those greens go. Even the stems of the flowers, we can get those too. All right. Here's the before and the after. Look at that. Look at that difference. Holy cow. All right. It amazes me sometimes. Okay, so those are greens. Again, if you want to brush it off, click the mask. Let's take it at 100% if you just want it all to come off. There it is. Put it back on there. If I want just a little bit to come off, drag the brush opacity down, let's say 30%. You think it's too much? Just a little bit. All right. Okay, next step we're going to do, I'm going to show you what control that pop does. All right, here we go. Same concept, guys. Black mask, white foreground brush. And we're going to brush on her face to really make it pop. And we're going to do it 20%. Look at that. Here's the before and the after. And it's a little too much. It is. And I can even make the flowers pop a little bit more vibrant. Okay, so let's say we want to just take it off just a tad. Take it down to around 8%. And we're just going to take it back just a little bit. That way it's just a slight difference right there. Bam. Okay. So that's control that pop. Now we're going to do the iris pop, which works on the eyes. Now the eyes really pop. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to take off Bring On the Blues, and I'm going to take off the control that pop, just to show you what it can do by itself. But when we're finished with this tutorial, I'm going to show you what it looks like before we even use any of these brushes. And that's just using our brushes. So here we go. Iris pop. Taking off the Bring On the Blues. Okay, and then I'm going to take off control that pop. Okay, and I'm even going to take off the dodge it. Okay. Take it to 40%. Bam! Bam! Look at that. Iris pop. Now, if you really want to, you can go in deep and really make sure you don't hit these dark edges. I mean, look at that. And if you hit the dark edges a little bit, it works really well. All right. That's going to be way too much, guys. Look at that. Glowing. Okay, so if you want, you can either take it off by clicking on, make sure this mask is clicked, black, and you can brush it off if you'd like. Or you can just, and you can do this with all the actions. You can drag the opacity. If you didn't want to brush it off with the black foreground, you can just drag the opacity on the whole action down, just a tad. So I would say around 50%. Looks good. We're going to put these actions back on. And then dodge it. You can drag it down too. I mean, you can drag. That's the beauty of these actions and the brush actions. You can do whatever you want to tweak it. I love it. Okay, so let's keep going. Then you have the now these brush actions I've gone over 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 brush actions I've just gone over in the essential set. And there's at least 8 to 10 more that I can go over. Some of them I'll make in another tutorial because I really want to wrap this up now. But you have the pink sky brush, which works for really making a sky more like let's say we were working on a sunset. You can make those oranges more pink, give them more of a pink tone. That would work well for a sunset image. You have the natural selection shadow set for the eyeshadow, which I promise. I've had some of you ask me this. I'm going to make a tutorial for that, just for the eyeshadow sets, very soon. Just not on this image today. The master control is like an everything type of action. It's got the dodge it, burn it. It's got the fill. It's got the sharpen, and I'll go over that in another tutorial as well. Okay, you got the sharpshooter that I want to go over, and it'd be great for this image. So here we go. We're going to click that. And again, guys, I'm sorry this video is so long, but I know there's so many newbie photographers out there, and I want you guys to understand how to use these, and to really make you a better photographer. All around editing and everything. So if you already know this information, there's really no need to keep watching. But if you're a newbie, I recommend it. Okay, so here's the sharpshooter. Okay, all right, hold on. Let me just, I'm going to run that again. For some reason it copied it. I'm just going to flatten these layers. And that's another thing I love about our big bundle set and then working within Photoshop. You can run multiple actions together. It's beautiful. I mean, I can work on so many. I can go back, and tweak them up, drop the opacity and everything. So, but I'm going to flatten these. I'm going to run this action by itself just to show you what it can do. Okay, here we go. Sharpshooter. Okay. All right. There's two layers to this. There's a sharpshooter layer, and then there's a sharpshooter copy. And that's just to adjust these layers within here. And I'll go through, just since we're short on time, I'll make a video tutorial just on this action in the future, but I just want to show you what this thing can do. Okay, so we're going to click on this action right here, on this, sorry, layer mask. Remember, it's black, foreground white. And we're just going to brush it on. We're going to do it at 40%. And look at that. I mean, look how sharp that is. I'm just going to show you what we can do. It's a little much, but here's the before and the after. Again, the before and the after. Huge difference. Now, we're going to drop it down, let's say to 50%. Perfect. Right there. Bam. Okay. The next action I'm going to run, action brush, is soft brush. And this is for images that you want to really blur out the background and bring the subject, you know, to your eye. Now with this particular photo, it's got great bokeh. I believe I shot this with either two lenses, the 50-1.2 or the 85-1.2. I believe it was the 85-1.2. So there's great bokeh, but I'm going to soften it even more. And it's going to be subtle, but it's going to be beautiful. So we're going to increase the size of this brush. Click on this black layer mask, white foreground. We're going to do it at 100%. And here we go. Again, it's very, very subtle. But there's a difference. So here's the before, and here's the after. And since it's so much bokeh in this image, you're really not going to see that much of a difference. Again, I was shooting at 1.2. If I'd have been shooting at like 3.5 or 5.6 or something around that area, you just seen a huge difference. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to brush it over her face so you can see. There, right there. That was a soft brush, 100% brush opacity. And we're going to take that off. So if I wanted to go, let's say I wanted to go in here and I wanted to see the back of her hair, how it's starting to blur out from that bokeh. I'm going to bring the brush opacity down to 37%, and I'm just going to hit that area up here, these areas, to really give it dimension. Just showing you an example here. Even the front of the flower, since it's at a different focal plane, I'm going to blur that out just a tad. Her dress, I'm going to drop it even down, even lower brush opacity just to give it a touch, but we're going to blur the dress just a little bit so you can still see the detail, but not, you know, that's not where we want your eye to go. We want it to go here in this area. Okay, there you go. Huge difference. Again, we have teeth whitener, which I'll show you in another tutorial. I've used teeth whitener and control that pop in recent videos, and I'll post a link to that so you can see it as well. But for all the brushes I just showed you that work well with this image and the colors and everything, we used 9 different brushes from our essential set. I'm going to go over, again, I've already mentioned this before, but I'm going to go over the eyeshadow set later on in later tutorials. What the red rib brush does, I'm going to go over that. It basically just gets rid of those orangey red tones from ambient light. So I'll go over that in future tutorials. I'm really dragging this on, guys. I'm sorry again, but I just want you guys to understand what these brushes can do, and I hope this helps you guys out. I want to show you before what this image looked like before we even used the brushes. Here's the before, and here's the after. Again, guys, the before, it's still a great photo. Not as vibrant, but here's the after. Boom. That's just with the 9 brushes from the Essential set. I hope this helps, guys. Let me know if you have any questions. Post comments. You guys have a swell night.